Hi everyone, today is Wednesday and usually after I do a Transformers review I'm going to start a new Sentai review. Rather than starting a new Sentai review though, I wanted to get something out of the way that I kept putting off a little bit. I want to do a comparison review of the original, it's not all the way in this shot, there we go, of the original Kyuranger Minipla set and the, there we go, Glister injection version. I do have all of the Kyurangers. I don't believe they released the Orion Battler or the Little Lion guy, but I do have for all the other Voyagers. So this is the classic Minipla Kyurano. You know, he's got the nice bright colors, the stickers for the figures and all that kind of stuff, and light gray and yellows and all that kind of stuff, right? Stickers are really good and all that fun stuff that we looked at before. So nothing has changed for this figure, but with the Glister injection version, as you can see, rather than gray for all those parts that are supposed to be like a silver color, we actually have a dark silver, which is very striking. A lot of the colors themselves are also just a little bit darker. The red is a nice deep red on the Shishi Voyager, and the golds are actually nice gold compared to the yellow. Now the Kajiki Voyager here is also done up with nice gold coloring. Even though I do like the yellow on this one, I find the gold on this guy is a little more striking. And as you can see, instead of stickers, we actually have pilots in each of the Kyutamas. The stickers themselves that are there are not changed. No. All that's changed is really the coloring and the Kyutamas. So the molds themselves are the same, and the guys here, like the little Voyagers and all that, all their colors are, they're a little bit darker, but they also kind of have like a almost like a glitter to the paint schemes. Let's see, like even the copper here is like a nice kind of burnished copper look, whereas this one is more of a brown than copper. I'm trying to see here if, yeah, I can see it real close up, but that'd probably be hard to show on the camera. Yeah, you can't really see this. The paint used in the plastic has a little bit of a sheen to it. Almost like there was glitter injected into the plastic, which is really cool. I really like this Glister injection version, and I'm happy I spent the money to get a different Kyurano that I normally wouldn't. I originally got it just so I could have the little Kyutamas with actual pilots in them. So there we go. We got the two Kyuranos there. Next we have Ryoteo. So this is the original version, right? Real bright colors. Nice purple and all that kind of stuff. But then we bring in the Glister injection version. And once again, you can see that there are pilots in the Kyutamas. And the colors themselves are, like I said, it's a deeper purple almost, right? And just like the other plastics, all these things have a sheen to them. You know, all the stickers and all those other details are the same. Now, with this version of the, what's his name? The bear. The Kuma Voyager. I can't remember his actual name, but with the bear here, I did use a sticker rather than a helmet piece that had a different color. On this one, because this helmet is actually gold, I decided to use this golden helmet. I thought it looked a little nicer than putting on the kind of coppery sticker. I actually prefer the gold helmet. That's why I didn't put the sticker on this one. This did come with another helmet, but it was like this yellow color here. I did not like the look of it, so I put the sticker on instead. This one, I like the gold, so I put the gold on. Now with the Sasori Voyager here, this is actually a little bit of a darker color than the Glister injection version. The Glister injection version is actually a little bit brighter. Let's see if we can There you go. See? Silver for all the little metal parts, but it's a nice bright silver. So, but all the other stickers and all that kind of stuff are the same. There's no different color mold pieces used. It's all the same basic mold. You know, gray to silver. Blues are still blue. The purples are still purple. All that kind of stuff. So, there's for your tail. Next, we will look at the Ho-Oh Voyager. And I actually want to show off something that I discovered looking at the directions again while I was rebuilding these when I received them. If you look, I have these on his arms, like it would be if he was in satellite mode. Well, on his back, next to where the head for Kyurangers is, are these posts. Alright? And yeah, when he's in robot mode, plug him into those posts. And suddenly, nothing on his arms when you go to use his arms. Yeah, I did not realize that. So, there you go. That is a difference that you'll see on this as well. But yeah, this one was actually a very interesting change for some of it. So, the stickers on his arm, as you can see, are silver with a red background. On this guy, they didn't do that. They just gave you those white, come on and focus camera, this white sticker here, and that was it. It was just the flame sticker, whereas the other one, it was the whole corner section. This one was a little harder to apply because you had to be very, very, you know, exact with how you place that sticker. Some of the other changes, well, are on the waist sticker. It's just the red sticker on the Glister injection version, whereas the other version does have a white background as well to make it a little easier to apply. Same thing with the legs. It is a white and red, and this one is just the red. So I actually kind of prefer the stickers on this guy, even though they're a little more difficult to apply. I find they ended up looking much nicer because, hey, got all this, it's like a silvery white compared to just red with the actual wing. Now you could, you know, change it up by removing this and painting that. And that would actually fix that up very nicely. Alright, so now, as you can see, some of the differences, besides those stickers, are that this is almost like a pearl white. Kind of like a almost glittery pearl white. And the bottom of his feet are, instead of being like black, kind of like a gunmetal silver. The wings are a little more silver. These actually look very nice in this deeper blue. I find that they stand out. They're almost the same color blue, but they're just a little different. Just different enough to make it stand out a little bit more, in my opinion. Just different enough. This one, like I said, has like a sheen to it too, which is hard for this camera to for some reason pick up. Instead of black fists, he has those gunmetal gray fists. Everything else, besides the stickers I pointed out, is exactly the same. You know, got that. Even the stickers used, there we go, on his helmet piece here are the same, as they have the little bit of white. It's hard to tell. But the stickers do have a little bit of white, just like this one did. So, alright, so that is Oh. And lastly, we're going to look at some of the, I'll just angle the camera down here, guys that are left over. The last three guys that I just don't have attached to anyone. We'll start with the gold 10 bin. He is actually gold now. You know, same thing. Got a guy in there. Everything is the same. Some of the problems I had with this guy are the same issues I have with the other 10 bin. Whereas, like, you know, joints are a little bit too tight on him. Same thing here. Some of those joints are just a little too tight, so you have to be gentle when you go to change them up. Now, there is a nice shiny silver sticker behind that, just like this one. But for some reason, it just looks better with that darker gold. Because this ends up looking kind of, if you shine it right, it kind of looks nice, but it actually looks silvery on this one with the darker gold. This one looks so dark compared to the light yellow. You know, the black is a little bit shinier. Even though it's still black, it's kind of like a brighter black, if that makes sense. But everything is the same. Stickers are the same. All that's different are the colors. Same thing with our Silver Ranger. Only difference is the pilot inside the Kyurama and the colors. He has a much richer silver. His is more of a grayed out silver. I do like the fact that they did make the silver on the Kyutamas like a dark silver, which makes, of course, the silver for the robot a little bit brighter. And they kind of did the same thing here. This is a darker gray compared to the rest of the robot. I applied the sticker on his face a little bit better. Even though you can see the red in there, applied it much nicer on that one, so it stands out better. Nice dark gold compared to the yellow. And there you go. Turn them around. Again, same stickers. Same coloration, just different depths to the color. Alright, and lastly, we're going to be looking at the Pink Ranger at Washi. I think that it's hard to tell the difference between these two on the camera. Her colors, her pink is a little bit darker compared to the original one. You know, of course, got the person in the Kyurama. On this one, you can see that the stickers for the symbol on the Kyurama is exactly the same. What they did here is the sticker for the pilot, because you have the pilot in there, is removed so that it fits around the 3D printed pilot inside. Same exact stickers, no change there. But the colors are a little darker and more vibrant on the newer version of Washi. Like, this is a nice silver compared to the gray. Dark silver, you know, gray, same color as the body. A darker pink that's, well, not really. It's almost the same color pink. It's just kind of got that sheen to it that the other one doesn't have. Maybe it is darker. It's hard to tell with them right here. Yeah, I can see it on the crest. Definitely a darker pink. The crest here is much darker, especially with the gold. And then the black is, like I said, it's kind of like a shiny, glistery, you know, of course, glister injection version. But it's a shinier black compared to the other one. And because of that shyness, it has like a richer tone to it. Like, here you go. Looking at the bottom, you can kind of tell that this is almost like a grayish black compared to a richer black here. The pinks on the wings almost look the same. But this is just a little tad darker. Like I said, you can kind of tell better with the head crest. But the wings on Washi, on the Glister Injection version, are just the tiniest bit darker. Even though it's hard to tell with the light shining on them like that. Yeah. I was very happy, like I said. There we go, set them aside. So, that's all the Glister Injection version comparisons to the classic. All the same robot modes, all the same Voyager modes, all that kind of stuff. But I have to say, I was very glad to have picked up the Glister Injection version. Usually I don't pick up the specialty versions. The only other one that I have that's kind of like a specialty version is with my Tokuger line. The only way I could get the shield, the support rasher that has like the lights and stuff that turns into a shield, was to get the shiny translucent version. I couldn't find it otherwise. Other than that, I usually don't pick up the specialty ones because they're not very much different from what you normally get. But with the specialty Glister Injection version of the Kyurangers, like I said, you get the guys in the Kyurama, and it just makes it look a little nicer. Their colors are darker and richer. To be honest, the only other time I've really considered buying the secondary version as it hits the market was with the Kyurangers, where they had a much shinier plastic, made them look more gem-like. I ended up not doing it because it's not that big a difference, but For some reason, the differences between these two was just too much to pass up. If you're collecting them all, they do come in 2 sets. The first set being Kyurano and the, I believe, 5. I believe it is Kyurano and the Silver, Gold, and Pink Ranger. And then set 2 is the Ryoteo and the Ho-Oh Soldier. So that's the 2 sets they come with. They are a little bit more difficult to find at times. I found really quick when I decided to go looking for them on eBay and some other secondary markets I look at, like Amazon. Sometimes I'll check places like Toku Collector. Sometimes they'll have, you know, back copies of stuff. But yeah, these are my Kyurangers, most of them. Now the non-glister injection versions are actually being handed down to my daughter because we traded. I kept her I kept her Zio Ranger, guys. Zio King. I kept her Zio King, and she gets in exchange almost the whole Kyuranger team. She was happy with the changeover. My daughter and I sometimes build these things together, and I'll give her sets to build, and then I have to decide whether I'm buying my own or just letting her keep them. And I decided to, you know, trade over for some sets I had. So there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me this Wednesday. I really had a great time, you know, checking these out and sharing with you why I decided to buy the Glister Injection version as compared to the original, even though there's really no big change other than some nice richer colors and the pilots in the Kyutama. And I hope it gives you an idea of what you maybe are looking for if you decide to collect this set. Thank you very much for hanging with me again. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll see you all on Friday. Be good, be safe, bye.